Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true.
Cops probe abduction of taxi driver in St. Catherine. Police are probing a reported case of abduction in Cheesefield District in Linstead, St. Catherine, said to have occurred between Sunday night and Monday morning. Information reaching reporters is that a taxi driver was reportedly taken from his home by 3 men. He has not been seen since. Reports were that between 8 p.m. and 3 a.m., the cabby was sleeping with a woman said to be his girlfriend when 3 masked men, all armed with knives, entered the home through the back door. Police said the men held up and robbed the couple of their properties. They then used a knife to inflict wounds to the taxi driver before removing his clothes. The cabby, the police said, was tied up and placed in the trunk of his white Toyota Probox. The men then drove away with the vehicle. The motor vehicle was later found abandoned on Gough Road in Glengough, St. Catherine. The police said blood was seen in the trunk. Police have since been searching for the 3 abductors and the victim. $6,000 ticket issued to female motorists in St. Elizabeth was a mistake, says JCF. The Jamaica Constable Force JCF has admitted that a $6,000 traffic ticket issued to a female motorist in St. Elizabeth last week for breaches of the Road Traffic Act was done in error. The upset woman posted a video on social media highlighting that she was given a ticket for operating a vehicle with a driver's license that valid for less than 12 months without being in the company of a driver with a much older permit. The ticket was issued on June 21. The woman accused the police of unfair treatment. It has emerged that the offense does not exist under Section 27 of the Act. The JCF says it looked into the incident and a probe found that the ticket was issued by mistake. It says steps are now being made to contact the woman and have the ticket withdrawn. Social media users have heavily criticized the police and have questioned how many other drivers have been given tickets in error by traffic cops. St. Andrews South Police warn parents who are not sending their children to school that they'll be targeted for arrest. The St. Andrews South Police have warned parents who are not sending their children to school that they will be targeted for arrest. The Education Ministry, through several initiatives, has been trying to get all children into the formal school system, an effort which intensified after the COVID-19 pandemic. Speaking at a police committee meeting in Cockburn Pen at the weekend, Assistant Commissioner Stephen McGregor said too many children in the area are not attending school. ACP McGregor warned guilty parents that they could be prosecuted. He encouraged them to use the resources available to assist before it's too late. He also urges residents to refrain from intervening in operations conducted by the police. ACP McGregor said the officers should be allowed to do their jobs without interference. He suggested, however, that if community members have an issue with officers, they should note the badge number and make a report through the appropriate channels.
We know that there are a lot of children here in Cockburn Pen who are not going to school. You know that? We know, because the due diligence has been done. And there are citizens who are talking. And guess what? We are going to arrest the parents who are not allowing the kids to go. And it is not a joke. We are serious. Because you owe them that obligation to get them into the schools. Miss Walters is there, so one of your get out of jail cards is to link with Miss Walters and her team. So don't be too proud to ask for help. You see how involved the mayor is? If you call him, he will assist you. He will put you on to the police. So don't let it be said that you were told and you don't take heed to it, because we are going to do that to you. When our police officers come into your community, do not, and I beg of you, do not interfere with them doing their duty. It is becoming a real hazard to us for people who are not involved in the situation to be up in the police face and doing that. Give the police an opportunity to do his job. You will cause him to make a mistake, because of what you are doing. Trust me on that. If you see something that is going wrong in your view, make a note of the car that the police drove to the scene. Make a note of the number that they have on. You see the word for both the uniform we have on, and the vehicle we have that. If you don't know the number, he might have a name, because most police officers have a name. So don't interfere with them whilst they are working. Find that policeman or woman that you can confide in and speak to them about it and take it from that angle. You're putting the person that the police is trying to apprehend in danger. So I ask of you not to interfere with our police officers when they are doing their duty.
St. Elizabeth Cop defends job of outgoing superintendent. A livid member of the Jamaica Constable Force JCF has stepped forward in the defense of the former top boss of St. Elizabeth Police Division following Friday's management shake-up. It comes just days after 8 inmates, including a man charged with quadruple murder, escaped during a jailbreak. Former head of the St. Elizabeth Police Superintendent Kenneth Chin has been transferred to the Police Area 5 headquarters in Corporate Area. Police sources have said the division's former administrative officer has been transferred to Westmoreland, while the former operations officer has been transferred to the Kingston East Police Division. The police on Friday said Deputy Superintendent of Police Courage Minto will immediately assume duty as commanding officer for St. Elizabeth Division. Police said 2 JCF members have been interdicted pending further inquiries. Chin served as St. Elizabeth Division commander a few weeks, shy of a year, after he was transferred from Portland in July 2022. The livid member of the JCF, who requested not to be named, claimed that Chin lobbied countless times for improvements in the infrastructure of the lockup cells at the Black River Police Station. Mr. Chen is presently on leave, and he has always been lobbying and writing reports about the condition of the cell, and he has always been requesting other police personnel because of the St. Elizabeth Police Division is woefully short of police, the member said last week. Reporters were told that the lockup is in dire need of repair, even as claims surfaced that spoiled locks there weren't replaced for years. The cells have been there for years, and the thing about it is that the locks in the cell are specific locks, and all of these spoiled from 2011. All the prisoners that were in there could have gone, as some of them decided to stay, the JCF member claimed. In a press release last week, the Constable Corporate Communications Unit said police were conducting a routine cell check at approximately 6 a.m. on Monday when they realized that the 8 inmates had escaped. They cut the metal bar at the window. It has to be a machine they use to cut it. One cell guard with 60-odd prisoners, a police source said last Monday. The 8 high-risk detainees, including Anwar Kirky Hines, charged with quadruple murder, escaped, triggering concern about security measures at the Black River Police Station lockup. Hines was charged in relation to the murders of 4 farmers: Archibald Brown, 60, his brother George Brown, 57, Maurice Sanderson, 40, and Ezra Wright, 73, in the remote community of Claremont in St. Elizabeth on May 27, 2015. At that time, police had said that he was believed to be the leader of a gang which was a remnant of the infamous Stone Crusher gang. In July 2015, he was found hiding in the ceiling of a roof in Huddersfield, Manchester, and apprehended. The other detainees who escaped on Monday are Oral Cole, 31, from Comfort Hall, Manchester, Richard Bond, 34, from Middle Quarter, St. Elizabeth, Alric Hutchins, 38, from Brixton District, St. Elizabeth, and Dean Sims, 34, from Turner Top, St. Elizabeth, who was in custody with charges and robbery aggravation, Javon Sims, 25, from Copperwood, St. James, and Kenneth Stewart, 30, from Beacon Hill, St. Catherine, who were both held for murder. Lemar Williams, 29, from Grover Heights in Spanish Town, St. Catherine, who is facing a shooting with intent charge. The angry JCF member questioned the shortage of police personnel in St. Elizabeth when there is a police training facility in the Treasure Beach area. Although we have the factory facility that build or train police down in Tranquility Bay, we are not getting any sufficient number of members, said the cop. Last December, Senior Superintendent Chin said the St. Elizabeth Division has not benefited from the last 9 graduation batches at the police academy at that time. The JCF member credited Chin's leadership, resulting in St. Elizabeth murder column from May continuing a sharp downward trend since the start of 2023. There were no murders committed in the division for the entire month of May, Chin said on June 8 at the monthly meeting of the St. Elizabeth Municipal Corporation. The JCF member blasted the High Command for its decision in transferring officers who have short tenures in division. That is always happening as soon as you have a work plan or anything said, then the High Command always interrupt and transfer the police. The operations officer is a good ops leader, always doing a good job, so I don't know why they want to transfer him, said the member. The cop reiterated that the lockup accommodation is inadequate for the number of inmates. Reports every day about the condition of the cell and the lack of personnel to the man's cell. The cell was designed to hold a number of persons, and they are holding a whole heap more than that, what it is designed to hold, said the member.
Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification